Yo everyone. Okay, so this is not live right now, but I'm recording the thing and I'm going to take questions at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to put the video out at 9 and at 10 o'clock I'll take questions if you all are up for it. If you all comment, then I will take on the questions. All right. So here goes. Basically, people have been asking me to talk about anti-natalism because that's one thing I don't talk about. I don't tend to talk about on my lives or on camera because I just want to talk about other things, more deeper things. I think anti-natalism is a very basic version of consciousness, of awareness, and my main thing is awareness. I'm trying to create this awareness of yourself more than anything, and anti-natalism is the most basic version of that awareness. When you realize that you don't have to have children, then that's where your illusions start breaking. I believe even your parents, when they realize that they should not have had you, that's when their illusions start breaking. So this is how basic antinatalism is. But still, I'm going to basically explain the four types of antinatalism. You have your antinatalists, of course. You have the child free who don't believe in antinatalism. They don't give uh, birth any kind of negative structure, any kind of negative position. Like normally, antinatalists say what it's immoral to give birth, but a child-free person will say, okay, that's your choice. Just keep it as a choice. Number three, you have atheists who believe that if there's a red button to push, they will push that button and they will eliminate all life on Earth painlessly. If it was possible, they would do it. Now I'm an atheist, antinatalist kind of person. And then the fourth type is voluntary human extinction movement, where they believe that for the greater good of the earth and the ecosystem and everything, you should go extinct. We should humanly go extinct. Like all of us should decide together to go extinct, right? Now my main thing here is how to answer breeders. People don't really know how to talk to them. They don't know how to get sassy with them. If you want to have everyday answers, there's a person called child free life, a child free wife, right? Then there are people called child free girls. They are a podcast. You have many such options. So if you just Google child free, or if you just go on your Facebook and you check it out, you'll realize that there are many such people who are always giving you sassy answers. But yes, basically being child free or antinatalist is a fight. So let's take it one by one, right? The first question here is, especially when I sued my parents, they were like, but you can't take consent. I'm like, yes, so you do it anyway? How moral are you that you can't take consent and yet you're doing the thing anyway? That's like saying, oh, there was a girl, she was drunk, she couldn't give her consent, so I just assumed consent. That's the least humane thing you can do. That is the worst thing you can do as a human being. And generally a parent, especially if they're conscious of this whole consent concept, if they still give birth, that is absolutely wrong. No question about it. Number two, okay, they say a great thing to say to people who say, like, pregnancy is so beautiful, having a child is so beautiful. Pregnancy actually destroys the body. You cannot, that's just a fact. What is the reason for this? The reason is that the human brain evolved so fast, okay, that the womb could not evolve at that speed. And the human brain had to expand. And even in that expansion, there was more. The folds in the human brain are because there is so much to fit in, right? And even the skull could not expand so fast. So the brain expands faster than the body because brain is basically information. Information can come more and more. The body takes a little while to a few generations to evolve. So what is happening is that a human child is dependent on the mother up to the age of 9, 10, right? At least. Whereas other animals, they're quickly within 3-4 months they're gone. They're off the mother's milk and whatnot. They're weaned off literally. So that is basically what's happening here. So what exactly happens? You have asthma, you have back problems, you have gestational diabetes, infections, high blood pressure, miscarriage, and not to mention psychological damage. If you have, especially if you have a miscarriage, you're going to have some level of psychological damage. You can't help it. Right? And not to mention loss of figure, anal tears. Google it. It's disgusting. So why do you want to do all this? Especially in this time and age where the placenta already has pollution and there is microplastics inside the placenta. Like, it's just nonsense. Number three, now the selfishness argument. Where the selfishness argument comes forward, what happens here is that they say you're not selfless. Why aren't you having a baby? Only when you have a baby, you selfless. But you're having the baby for your selfishness. And what's worse is you're destroying your figure and then justifying it. You're saying that, oh, because I had the baby, that I destroyed my figure and therefore I'm so amazing. But that is the most selfish thing ever. You looking at yourself and having a being for your pleasure there's nothing more selfish than that. How can there be anything more selfish than that? And it's kind of a bragging right, like you get this right to brag that now I have a child, now I've achieved this and I've been through all the pain, and mothers get to bitch about each other that, oh, what my children are horrible but I love them. Wow, like seriously. Okay, reason to live. People say, this is number 5. People say reason to live. My child is by reason to live. This is a very sad argument because you were born without a child. You were born child free. So what was your reason to live until then? You mean why? And if you need a reason, then might as well go somewhere and jump in a well. And how did you live earlier? Like, what was your whole thing? So if you wanted a reason to live, did you want to have a child at the age of 5 or 10 or 12? Or did you ever care about a career? Did you ever care about something else? There are so many other reasons to live. So this is an absolutely ridiculous argument. Okay, number 6, sorry, old age. Okay, now they say when you're old that when you're old, so you need someone to take care of you. There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee. I've given this argument 1,000 times. Just go to an old age home and see the number of people that are abandoned there, and ask them how many times a week, a month, a year their children come and visit, and they're just paying off the old age home. Some of them are for free, and that's all that is happening. There is no one is being taken care of, and you cannot guarantee that what your child is going to turn out. Right? It could have Down syndrome. It could have so many other issues where you have to take care of it. So what does this old age really matter? Like, I don't understand this bullshit. Okay, my favorite argument. People say, oh, you find Jesus, go his way. I hope Jesus finds you. But Jesus himself was child free. That's all I want to say. Okay, now another ridiculous argument. Number 7. My father had me. Wow. So you have to be as dumb as your father. Like, do you have to, do not an iota of evolution? Like, seriously, Darwin will be like, moving in his deathbed. What is wrong with you all? My father had me, so I had my child. What? And his father had him. So this endless bullshit is going to continue. Not a little bit of evolution, not a little bit of thought is happening here. Number 8. It's a human need. Okay. If you were on an island, okay, and all you would need was food and maybe a little bit of company, a little bit of shelter. That's all. You don't need a child on an island. Anything you need on an island, that's a need. When you don't have resources, that's a need. You don't need a child. A child is a waste of resources, essentially. Oh, now this is my favorite argument. Number 9. Why did your sperm run first? Okay, I don't know why I'm dignifying this with an answer, but the sperm is an automaton. Okay, it goes by itself and it has no thought process. It is not even a complete human being. Secondly, this egg chooses the sperm. Like, just think about it. If you study science today, of course, when you were in school, they had this misinformation that all the sperms are running there, and then they eventually reach, and the first one goes. The first one never goes, never happens. Okay, they are all trying to break in through the egg. Secondly, the sperms are being attacked by the female body because they think it's a foreign object. They think it's an infection. So it is being attacked. So even the egg can decide who she wants and who she wants to attack and who she wants to kill at what point. So don't think about this nonsense like this, that because the sperm ran. It's not me. The sperm was not me. It was just a cell, god damn it. And it's just completing. It was like an animal. It's completing what it was deemed to do. Number 3, the C. Okay, so the sperm is not a complete conscious human being. That's basically what I wanted to say, right? So number 10. Now, why is this such a big issue for you? Like, okay, you don't want to have a child. That's fine. Don't have a child. But why are you telling other people? Why are you making such a big issue of it? Because I have a simple answer for this. Because climate change, overpopulation, suffering, bullying, rape, is not an issue for you. So I thought I'd piss you off with something starker. That's a good answer, right? Number 11. Reproducing is a beautiful thing. Really? I thought Mona Lisa was a beautiful thing because everybody reproduces. Hookers on cocaine reproduce. Number 12. But most people are happy. Oh yeah, right. Oh, are they? Then why is there a country-wise happiness index? Why is the percentage in many countries so low? So where is the most people? Why is America on Valium? Or why do most people have prescription drugs? And why are most of them mental prescription drugs? Clearly, most people are not happy, or at least they are happy chemically. Now, and last one, I will answer the rest of these, but this is the last one. This is the last one that I could think of. Mm, but most people don't suffer. Okay. Oh, really? What's hunger, boredom, tiredness, insecurity, depression, fear? We will all have those things. We will all grow old and eventually die. This life is a living lack. Stop begging for it. Stop begging to have it. Stop fighting for it. And live your life. Live it. Don't give it.